Today's date on the Archangelic Calendar is Infinity OJ98K288 Infinity Infinity B55555 Infinity Infinity B1TT Infinity Legend and more info available at archangeliccalendar.com. Gaia is staying put for a third day in a row in spirit. She is still meditating and is entering a deeper state of consciousness. This is causing time to reverse slightly and will create a floating, in-between sensation. The best way I can describe this is that the power in the phrase, Our Father, is not the Our, nor the Father, but the void in between the two where divinity is most evident. If you say that phrase and focus on the void therein, you would have a clue to the state that Gaia is in at the present moment. It also seems as if she is trying to summon solar winds for some reason. It's fascinating to see the changes that she is going through at the moment, and if I had to give is a romanticized title, I would call this the Cocoon phase. We have given everyone a good deal of notice that the Arcturians have entered our vicinity, and they have started working on the reinstatement of humanity's sovereignty. This will account for all the strange things you are seeing in the sky. It is well advertised that the Arcturians are the most highly advanced star race that anyone is aware of. There is also vast evidence that many archangels have ties in Arcturus. There were great benefits of doing saints' housekeeping the other day, as we managed to calm down some ethereal chatter. We will not allow organized darkness to pervert any divine being any longer. There were many engineering changes that were implemented within the last sunrise. These are all wonderful changes and are a sign that we are super close to a relief. Blah blah blah, let's do this. Most of humanity's 7.8 billion people do not have enough belief in their ability to work metaphysically as of yet. If that is not the case, and for most light workers it is not, feel free to use your own tools and abilities for assignments. For the others, the tools below will help you bridge the belief gap, as your belief in the said being would come into play as well. The following tools will only be available until the mark of the next Archangelic Day, next day's official post. Envision yourself using said tools with a pure heart and intentions. A warning to all who try to yield unworthy, these things have their own will. Please make a mental note of what you wish to equip. Passive equals no intention needed to use or arm, it will work on its own when you accept its presence. All you need to do is give permission and it will work on your behalf. Active equals intention needed to use. Aggressive equals will attack before anything has a chance to do any harm to you. Active, passive and aggressive anywhere within the universe. The Violet Flame team has shifted into the balance of 9, from the balance of 6. This is great news as we have many changes to integrate into our daily lives and we could sure use some stability. If it helps, you can imagine 9 as steady control and 3 and 6 as the alternating hands on which it adjusts itself accordingly. The Violet Flame team is as follows, and is in no particular order: Archangel Germain, Archangel Ansiel, Archangel Zadkiel, Archangel Orion, Archangel Raguel, Archangel Bryathos, Archangel Sablo, Archangel Emmanuel, and Archangel Tatraziel. Active long and short range. Archangel Michael's legendary sword can handle anything, as it is completely omnipotent. There is no level of consciousness that can be achieved that this couldn't slice through. It is also an amazing weapon against electronics and technology as it can override any circuitry. Active long range, passive, active and aggressive short range. Archangel Isaac's radiant field looks a lot like Magneto's force field, and it reacts to any life form with either loving energy, or with transmutation blast of vast power. Passive and aggressive, long or short range, anything in your jurisdiction. Archangel Leo's Swords of Plenty is a passive and aggressive attack sword that has a complete will of its own. Do not try to yield at all, you will only get in the way. Equip and go. Passive short range. Archangel Gabriel's Shield of Truth allows righteousness and justice to be your greatest defense. When equipped, this allows truth to protect and serve us. This shield also helps bring abundance to our lives. Active long and short range. Archangel Virtuel's sword and is a bright teal light, and it is to be used in places of difficult decisions. It helps bring clarity and bold outlines to what lays ahead, and because of its bright light it illuminates all your would-be motions. This is an expert sword for cord cutting and emotional blockages. Passive and aggressive, long and short range. Archangel Pasaginius Visions allows for the full empathy of infinitely expanding Creator Source to penetrate any personal blockages you may be dealing with. Active short and long range. Archangel Hermesiel's choir baton can bring honesty out of the most tight-lipped mouth. This is a very gentle tool that only evokes the truth. Passive and aggressive, long and short range. Archangel Nai's radiant testing checks the virtues of all beings that you encounter. People who do not have your best interests at heart will make themselves clear through nervous tics, odd behavior, or random communication. Active, long or short range. Archangel Nahaliel's wand of energetic flow can make amazing holy water as well as help you flow in divine space and time. It is a wand of cosmic symphony and can make magical structures with ease. Active long or short range. Archangel Caspiel's Tide Changer turns all momentum in your favor. It manifests like translucent ocean waves surrounding you. Envision this translucent liquid washing over whatever is troubling you. Passive short range. Archangel Rickbael's Divine Teleport moves you to a safer timeline if danger ever arises. You may get disoriented if you shift, but it is guaranteed to be a better timeline than what you were about to experience. Passive. Archangel Ragiriel's Archive Keys allows you access to new areas of knowledge and wisdom. This also gives you better access to the Akashic records. Assignments. 1. We need to remain cognizant of the fact that the Oscars are going to be in the Dolby Theatre in LA in about 3 sunrises, as the weekly episodic siphoning from organized darkness continues. Please continue to send violet flames as much as possible. We are still aiming to send hail and extreme weather to this event. We are also still on task in overriding the subliminal weaponry that will be operating at the event. 2. With what was the most effective assignment that we have ever set forth on, yesterday's individualized integration conduit assignment was able to condense an influx that was supposed to last weeks in a few hours. This is allowing for many new modalities of downloads to enter humanity's DNA. I can tell you that new abilities are about to manifest for absolute certain. Hold on to your capes. We must keep implementing the individualized integration conduits, which are basically a Gaia, human download centers that use the human vessel as the conductivity material to complete the circuitry between Gaia and the galaxy. Envision a steady beam of pink, gold, black and brown plasma and hold as long as possible. 3. Xerxes, the galaxy's center, has asked for volunteers to keep a steady stream of the individual conduction to Gaia. This will not break unless you ask it to, and it may have some slight side effects. This means if you put this on, make sure you turn it off at some point. Legend and more info available at archangeliccalendar.com.